And we're back. Sorry about that. Phone call. You know, life happens even when you're on YouTube. But during that time, we should have had a lot of iron. Look at that, 100 iron. That is beautiful. 33 belt. Not a lot, really, when you think about it. So what we're going to do is the grand plan here. This lake is in a really irritating position. Water in this game. There's no way to build over water yet. I've heard a couple of rumors that they're gonna do something with water other than just make it. Look at that, 100 of everything. 100 of everything. Awesome. 50. Yes, finally 50 belt. Awesome. Betting we can build a research center now? No. Because I used all my iron. Sweet. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just... Alright. We're going to automate stuff up here. So I'm going to have to run copper up here. Probably going to run south to north and wrap around this lake. One of the philosophies that one of the YouTubers I watched called Negative Root, I will post a link to his channel in the description. But his, like, one of the major philosophies in this game that a lot of beginners miss is build in straight lines. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, if you build in straight lines, it's so much easier to plan everything out. Like, if you try and bend things around and, yeah, you can make things super compact, which I'm gonna do. Like, don't get me wrong, I really, one of the things he always says is that he likes plenty of space in his factories, and while I understand why that is, I think making the factory as compact as possible is really a fun part of the game. Iron. Always waiting for the iron. But there's our research center, so that's good. So up here is going to be our initial furnace array. We're going to run this copper up here, and probably we are going to run coal on a belt down the center, iron on one side, copper on the other side, 2 lines of furnaces is what I'm planning on doing for this initial setup. Like I said, I have no qualms about tearing things down. Really, none. There's just... My first factory is the one that's in the Smart Furnace tutorial. And the reason why, like, if you watch, Negative Root did a Fix-It episode on my first factory, actually. I sent it to him, and he does that. Like, you can send him your factory, and he'll take a look at it, and I might think about, like, I don't want to steal his thunder, don't get me wrong, but I think it might be a fun way to, like, see more designs, which is one of the biggest ways to get better at this game is to see how other people play it. But I might do that. You know, if you see this and really want me to take a look at your factory, I might look at it. I don't know if I'll post a video about it or anything like that, but if you really want me to, like, sure. You know, I'll even if it's like I'm not gonna do a fix it because that's his thing. I do not want to get in the way of somebody else's, like, I don't want to steal thunder. That's really uncool. So you know, it's just not a nice thing to do. But I know there are a few people on YouTube, you know, taking a look at other people's factories, and maybe I'll talk to them about it, see if it's okay if I give it a shot. But yeah, so if you want to send me your factory and get some feedback, maybe not a video. I'm not sure yet if I'll do that, but I'd love to take a look. Like, I'm sure some of you guys are better at this than I am. So if you think it's good, if you think it's bad, whatever, send it over. My email address is mizuna737@gmail.com. place down our research center. I think I'll place it right here for now. Put that in. Eventually, of course, one of the biggest things immediately to get into is automating science packs. So we're definitely going to do that. Now it's just a matter of building more belt. And then we need inserters, furnaces. We've got stone automated though, so furnaces are going to be easy. But yeah, so for now it's just belt. Like I just need a huge amount of conveyor belt. And the first 2 levels of conveyor belt, if I'm not mistaken, are like all they are is iron. So that's pretty sweet. We can set up a little side factory for that, which would be cool. Let's actually, you know what? Let's start building some of these guys and setting them up. So coal's going to come down the center. Let's build it over here, I think. One. You know what? The output line is going to be in the center. Is what I just decided. Yeah, the output's going to be in the center. I'm going to merge coal onto the iron belt and the copper belt to feed the coal and the iron and copper into both machines. There we go. We need logistics right now. So let's just 4, 4, 4. So we need logistics, which means we need, because we're going to need some underground belt and splitters and things to make this work. But like I said, this is a terrible way to do things late game. Merging anything other than ore on ore belts is a bad idea. Because you just need, you need a huge amount of compression late game on your belts. If you watch Negative Root, these are terms that we use in the community, in the Factorio community, when talking about this sort of stuff. There's throughput, which is the amount of stuff on a line, and then there's compression, which is the amount of stuff per segment of a line that actually gets through. Sorry about that. My dog is trying to eat one of his toys instead of playing with it, and it's probably not good for him. I've got a dog and a cat. In case you care about, who I am as a person. I don't know if you do. If you do, that's cool. Hi. Well, let's put those in there. Yeah, so logistics is going to allow us to build different types of belt, like splitters, which can split a belt in half, and underground belt, which helps with routing. And it's going to be, it's where you can get into some of the fun of doing this is with with all the different types of belt. That's what makes this game fun. We're using a little bit more power now, as you can see in the right hand side there, but it's fine. We've got plenty of coal. This, you see, this hasn't even run down to the point where the inserter's done anything. Once that's done, we're going to need even more iron for even more belt. We're going to need to set up our furnace array here, and I will say I'm doing this much smarter than I did originally. I'm thinking about this for sure. The first factory I built, like I said, I redesigned it a bunch of times because there are things that you don't know when you start playing this game but become apparent later. Does that take 20? Yeah, no, that sucks a little bit. Okay, even more iron it looks like. Yeah. More iron. Sooner we can get this automation online, the better, because with electric drills pumping into furnaces and getting loaded automatically, output line out, we can actually start automating. And up here is going to be my main automation. So probably I'll end up moving my power production to this lake, just because you need water for early game power until you can get solars online, which is a ways away, I gotta tell you. Hey! Give me a minute, guys. Done! What are you doing, puppy? There you go. Okay, we're back. In case, like, I don't know if I should... In case you're wondering, I'm recording this all like as one consecutive clip, and I edit out bits later, which is how how a lot of people do it. I guess it's probably not news to most of you, but you know, that's the kind of stuff that I'm always interested in when I watch videos. Maybe it's just because this is something I want to do, but like I'm always interested in how people make their videos. Go, that's good. Output here. So this is going to be iron. And coal. Coal is going to merge onto one side of this as well. And this is going to be copper. And look at that. I accidentally lined that up perfectly. Once logistics is researched, we can split the coal line and run it underground and do all this funny business. Or maybe we'll merge it here. Yeah, I think that'll be better. We'll merge it here. Except this is so perfectly lined up. I'll think about it. By the way, this factory being pretty matters to me. Like, if it works is something that people say, but which is true. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's absolutely true that you do not need a beautiful factory to be successful in this game. But I like things to be symmetrical. I like things to look good. I like, you know, when I'm done, I want to be able to scroll out and it should look cool. Is basically the idea that I have for this game. So yeah, we're gonna split this coal line, and then we're gonna split it again. So split, which means 25%, 25%, and 50% for coal distribution. Which is, you know, it shouldn't matter as much, because you should be producing way more fuel or energy or anything like that, unless you're trying to make like a super lean factory that only uses exactly as many resources as it needs, which is, you know, it's a cool thing to do, and I'm probably gonna that's where my factories always end up whenever I play this game, is they end up being as efficient as possible. I need some more. I'm not sure how many more. Probably 3. I think 3. Let's grab some more of this. 5, sure. Why not make 5? So yeah, once we get this automated, then we can start into the meat of this game, which is, like, you know, building the actual assembling systems. Like, it's going to be an assembly line. There we go. Once logistics is up and running, then we can start the system rolling and see how it goes. Gonna need to run power over here. Just trying to lay these out as efficiently as possible. But I guess, like, it really doesn't matter very much, does it? Because we're gonna need inserters on the inside. We're gonna need inserters on the outside. Input and then output. We're also gonna need inserters over here. There's logistics. Okay. Let's get electronics. I want smart inserters. They're really, really handy for moving. Moving things from belt to belt, and like it's a little bit inefficient to do it that way, but I like it, I guess is what I'm saying. This leads to solars, and lasers, which is something we want very quickly. So, I rush when I play this game. Like some people will take their time at each stage. I like rushing the research as quickly as possible, and then starting to build like the most efficient factory that I can. But if that's not your thing, like if you like doing it at each level, I guess, then cool. Like good for you. Okay, we're gonna split you here. I'm gonna split you here. We're going to run this up to merge with iron. I wonder if I can... Yeah, I can make this more efficient, actually. Yeah, let's just split it, like, immediately, I guess? No. One more. There we go. Now we have 3 lines, one for power, one for copper, one for iron. This is going to go up. That's going to go straight over, and probably I will merge it in with copper and then split it over, is what I'll end up doing. So it's right here. And then that center line is going to be coal and copper. It's going to split over into this line, which is why I'm leaving that there. So let's just go grab some more iron, because we need more belt, like always. Need another splitter, and need a bunch more belt. And now this system should start running once I get the inserters in place and run this belt all the way. Okay, so it's, as you can see, coal's coming on this line, copper's coming on this line, and there is very little compression loss, which isn't important for now, but it will be like later. Not that it really matters for how I'm doing this, just because I'm going to be disassembling this and rebuilding it anyway. I don't like, maybe, you know, habit. It's habit. Let's just go with that. I always, like, I try and optimize it, even though I know it's not necessary for now. Alright, so we're going to need, what, 10, 20 inserters for this little system here, which is cool. You know, I can do that. Just missing iron. Iron's the only thing I need. 2. Awesome. You can also build a fast inserter, which needs even more iron. 8 versus 4. Fast inserters are great, but we don't need them yet, so I'm just gonna wait. Oh man, we also need to run all this belt. Jeez. Early game, what are you doing to me? It's been a while since I've played this, by the way, guys, so forgive me if I'm making any noob mistakes. Correct it in the comments. I know you would have anyway, but I'm giving you permission. Oh, perfect. Great. That's fantastic. Let's put you over here, disconnect you, disconnect you, disconnect you, whatever. I mean, yeah, it kind of is. It kind of sucks, but it's the way it's got to be. I hate using more line than is necessary, and eventually, of course, all this line will definitely be torn down. I can't leave. I mean, you can't, right? You can't leave this stuff all over the place. So now, as you can see, this one electric miner is going to be really struggling to keep up. So we're probably going to need to build another one, if not two, for coal. And I mean, that's something that once this is set up, we'll know more about the way that, like, how much production our system can go through. Here we go. 12. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3. Just enough. Okay. So now we need inserters. 20 of them. We're also going to need to wire them all up with power, so let's put them down and then wire the power, and then we can actually run this line somewhere and do something with it. How cool. I love this game. I really do. You know what, guys? I just realized that this recording is probably running really long. You might get a few episodes in a day. I don't know if... I can't do daily. Like, I know I can't. There's no way that I could make that work with my schedule, but I'll record when I can and upload when I can, is basically what I'm saying. But I'm going to check the time on this recording, and if it's running too long, then we're going to end it here, and yeah, I'll be right back. Whew, okay, so that is, like, yeah, it's about 50 minutes at this point, so this is going to be broken up into a number of segments, probably. We're going to end it here, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. This is Mizuna, signing off.